Hey, it's Natasha Brazil with SoldByNat.com, associate broker, home selling and new construction specialist for virtual properties realty in Georgia. I also provide useful information and insight for agents. I've been in the business for 12 years as of the recording of this video. Got licensed in 2011, went full-time in 2013. You can find out more about that in my book, The Ugly Side of Real Estate, but I do provide insight and valuable information for agents, whether you're aspiring, new, experienced, but struggling a bit, via Nat Knows Real Estate. You can find me on IG at NatKnows_real estate. Today is truly going to be a quick video. I don't even want to call it a situation, because it's really not a situation, but if something happens, I'm like, all right, gotta remember to do that, gotta implement a reminder, a policy change, whatever it is, because in the business of real estate, things are always changing. You're always learning, always learning. And in this example that I'm going to share with you today, so I do a lot of new construction. That is my lane. I truly enjoy new construction. Most of the new construction that I have done have been through the bigger builders. I have done some with the smaller builders and noticed some difference, and I have one right now that I'm going to share with you where it is a smaller builder. And the main difference that I'm bringing in this video is that when it's a bigger builder, like I have sold, let's use one builder for example, Chafin Homes. Like I have sold Chafin Homes at different communities. Their contract is a standard contract. That contract is going to be the same regardless of the community. Same for D.R. Horton. So that's what I mean by the bigger builders. When you have a smaller builder, one, you may not have worked with them before. They don't have a pretty standard contract. You have to see what their process is and how they kind of do things, one. And then two, what kind of forms are they using? Are they using a GAR form, or a GAR form in addition to their own documents, or is it their own document altogether? So in this instance that I want to share with you, I have buyers that are buying a property on almost 4 acres of land, not in a subdivision, so it's not the big box builder kind of house. And when we went, the house was already up. So it was, I'm gonna say a spec house, because it was already up. Selections had been made, and they came in, they wanted it. At the time, counters were in, but the countertops were not in. Backsplash was not in. But when we met with the lady there, the listing agent's assistant, we asked, okay, what's the backsplash gonna be? What's the counters gonna be? And she told us, what's the carpet gonna be? Such and such. And one day we went and we saw the backsplash. The backsplash was not what she said it was going to be. It wasn't even close. It was not even close, and the buyers were not happy with this backsplash. But by this time, we've already signed the contract. So I went to the contract and I was like, let me see what the contract says. Did not realize, or did not even think about it. Now I know that's something I'm always going to look for, and that's why I'm sharing it with you, to make sure if you're doing new construction, you always make sure this document is in there. You want to make sure that they include the selection sheet or the specification sheet that is showing the wood is the exterior of the house is going to be this color, the carpet's going to be this color, like everything that's going to be in this house, let it be on that sheet. And the big box builders always have it in there. And this is my first time dealing with them, so I don't know if they didn't or they forgot. I know we asked about it, but we just kind of went on with things and getting under contract and everything. Didn't realize, okay, well, yeah, it's not in the contract. But she did admit, yeah, that's what I did tell you guys. So thankfully, thank God, we got it worked out. They did change the backsplash. I was surprised, because I know if it was a big box builder, they were not doing that. But they also weren't doing it because they already give you the specs, the specification sheet, the selection sheet of the home, and you would have already known what was going in there. And then once they order something, it's a wrap. Like, they are not changing it out. You might find a rare instance, like you may find a rare instance if you have an on-site agent and the house isn't as far along, and the on-site agent can work with you to say, okay, well, we'll use this tile in another house. You might find a rare instance, but on standard, they are not. They are not changing anything once it's been ordered, put in, and all of that. Even if it isn't down yet, it has been ordered. Once they've made those decisions, it's done. So I was so grateful with this builder, and I guess because it is a smaller builder, they can make those decisions. So we worked it out, and they changed out the backsplash. So I'll insert a picture. We just did a progress check, and the new backsplash is in, and they love it. They love it. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. Whenever you're doing a new construction contract, make sure the selection sheet, the specification sheet, whatever they call it, but make sure that is in the contract so you know exactly what is going in the house. And side note, sometimes things come up to where, okay, we said this kind of faucet was going in the home, but the manufacturer has discontinued the faucet. So now here's another option, or this is what we're going to put in its place. That can happen. And is it enough for you to say, well, I really like that faucet, so I want to terminate and get back my earnest money? I don't know that that's going to work. So read the read the contract. I'm going to pretty much say that I'm pretty sure that contract has it written in there that you will not, for that reason, that you'll be able to terminate and get back your earnest money. And then the last thing I'll just share on that topic, I tell people, if you go in new construction, make sure you're sure. Make sure you're sure, because it's not like a resale where you have I have 7 days due diligence period, 14 days due diligence period. Make sure you're sure. That's what I tell people. One thing I forgot to mention, in addition to getting the spec sheet or the selection sheet, you want to make sure you actually see and have an example, you or your client actually know what that selection is. So for example, if they say the countertop selection is going to be moonlight gray quartz, I just made that up. Make sure you know what moonlight gray quartz looks like. You can Google it, but sometimes you'll get different variations. You can Google the name, you can Google the, if they give you a number, like especially with paint, if they say it's Sherwin-Williams, this color paint, or if it's repost gray, Google it. And if, see if you get an idea there, but you want to ask the on-site agent, the listing agent, you want to ask them for an actual picture, a sample. If it's a bigger builder, they'll have a design center or a design room, so you'll be able to see it, or see it in a home, like one they already have up. But if they don't have that, then they should at least be able to give you a picture so you can see what to expect, or what that item on the selection sheet is. So that's it for this video. Any questions, drop them down below. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please download, check out the podcast. If you're ever not able to make watch a video, you can check it out via podcast. Have a positive, peaceful, and productive day.